Well, that was definitely interesting. I will say that I've got nothing for this intro. What is up, guys? I'm Joshua Perez, and welcome back to Juice Talkies. I wanted to take just a moment to give a huge thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you're new here and you're watching, thank you so much for being a part of this community. I know it's small and tiny, but sometimes big things come in small packages, and that's what matters most, is building a community, building a base where we can just discuss and debate and just talk about movies, and that's kind of the goal with this channel, is that I want to talk about what's new, I want to talk about what's old, I want to talk about what's current with film, and just to have you guys a part of that community is a really big deal, and it makes me feel. I am super excited to have you, and it's gonna be fun. If you guys have any questions or suggestions or feedback, let me know down in the comments below. I would be thrilled to check them out, and just to see what your thoughts are. But enough of all that mushy gushiness, and because we're here to talk about Tiger King. And if you haven't heard of this series by now, you've probably been living under a rock, or under your sofa, or in a cellar, or in some top of some tree or something. But you can't miss it. It's all over social media. Everybody's talking about it. And that's how I kind of ran into the show too, is like just different posts on Facebook and people talking about it, and just had me curious and just wondering what the show was about. And I went to take a look, and woo. So Tiger King is about a man who goes by the name Joe Exotic. He's kind of like if you took Chris Angel, Steve Irwin, and Joe Dirt and you just sandwiched them together, you'd have this really crazy character. He's a zookeeper. He's also an exotic animal collector. And the series dives in really deep into the interwoven society of exotic animal keeping and all the drama between the conservationists and animal collectors. And this series is basically like one long season of Jerry Springer. Like there is a lot of drama in this series. And can I get something out of the way too? I find it really hard to believe that this dude is a country singer. Like if you listen to how he talks, he sounds like a gerbil. Like when you hear him regularly talking, and then he starts busting out in country songs and his music videos and starts showing that stuff, But this series gives you a glimpse into Joe's world, and all the people that work for him, which are a band of misfits, the most eccentric people like you'll ever see in real life or on TV, period. It's the most goofiest group of people that you can't help but think like, how are they even like legally a group like this able to actually take care and run a zoo? And the show just shows you like just how reckless like Joe and his workers are. But you get to really see how crazy things start to unfold after the first episode, because like this is a really self-centered person who just loves the camera, loves the attention. Like he even has his own web series, and later he's actually getting someone else to help him film another series where they're just filming daily task of feeding the lions and taking care of the animals and just like the everyday zoo life. But you really see like just how crazy these people are. And the series escalates pretty quickly. I mean, there are twists and there are turns. Like it's gonna leave you asking like, what the hell am I even watching? But the main focus of the series is basically the feud between Joe Exotic and Carol Baskin, who is a conservationist and CEO for Big Cat Rescue, which is devoted to rescuing and housing exotic animals and rehabilitating them. And there is a lot of finger pointing between Carol Baskin and Joe Exotic, because Carol suspects that Joe and his group of workers are abusing the animals, they're exploiting them, they're taking them to magic shows and to the malls, and profiting in all the wrong ways with their animals. So there's a big war of words, and he said, she said, and it's like two big kids just going at it for the entirety of this series. And it got to a point where I was just like, I honestly don't trust anybody, because I feel like Carol in this series is hypocritical. Like, she's also profiting. There's also a little bit of mistreatment that you'll see from her end in the series, because when you get to see when they're filming in her zoo or sanctuary, you see the animals like in small cages, lawn maintenance isn't maintained, there's grass, weeds growing in the cages, and the animals just, they don't look like they should be in those conditions either. So it's just, it's hypocritical from both sides, and you don't know who to trust, you don't know who to believe, and you know, it's that, to that point, you're just like, everyone is just being kids. And that's where the series takes a turn in genre. Like, I mean, you go from a documentary, like, slash drama, and then just like here and there, it just turns into a comedy. Like, it's so laughable, like some of the things that they say and how they act towards each other. Like, it's so laughable. Even like Joe and his crew, it's just, there are moments when I was like, is this even real? Like, is this real life? Like, are these people really just acting and saying and doing the things that they're presenting to us? And they are. Joe and his group, like, were just extremely reckless, like pointing guns at each other, like shooting in the air, shooting in the ground, just intimidating each other. And it's just kind of like, you know, no one saw that this was a problem, and it's a problem. Like, when you're acting like that, especially around like these animals that can rip you to shreds and just kill you. And the series quickly turns from like drama slash documentary to slash crime thriller. It's so bonkers, it's so all over the place. And I think that's what makes it super entertaining. I also feel like there is probably some truth in what Carol's saying about like the treatment of the animals, because there are several people that have actually admitted to how the animals are being treated in Joe Exotic's zoo. When you see how he and his workers are personality-wise, and some of the things and actions that they do, it's questionable, and you know, it's not hard to believe that maybe some mistreatment is happening. And honestly, I don't feel bad for the people. I feel bad for the animals. One good, interesting fact I did have from this series was that there are more captive tigers in captivity than in the actual wild. And that's something I never knew before. And you know, it really just got me thinking, and like really feeling bad for these animals. Because I honestly, and a lot of people would probably assume too, that it's the other way around. And if it's true, and if he was abusing his animals, like, that sucks. I'm glad I don't mistreat my dog. Ain't that right, Armani? One of the funniest moments I thought in this series, when he's singing that song that he comes up with, he's singing to little girls that's visiting the zoo, and it's kind of like, I'm a baby tiger, short and stout. Here is my tail and here is my mouth that I'm gonna use when I get older to bite your head off and kill you and eat you for supper and eat your bones too and give you the scraps to the other tigers. But yeah, you know, this series is gonna leave you floored. Like, this series is gonna leave you like, what is going on? But it's an entertaining one. And there wasn't a moment where I was not entertained. So, you know, I'm gonna give Tiger King groovy juice. So yeah, anyways guys, you know, if you enjoyed this video, give me a like, subscribe if you're not subscribed yet, and be a part of the community. So, you know, you guys stay safe, and I'll see you guys in the next video. I did originally want to review Memories of a Murder, which was a Bong Joon-ho classic film, and actually one of my viewers had recommended that I see it, and I have had the most difficult time trying to locate this movie. I've seen it here and there on eBay for like upwards to $100. I would definitely love to check it out. If you guys have any recommendations or know of any place where I can actually track down this DVD or, you know, stream it, let me know, because I definitely want to talk about it if I can. But in the meantime, I actually plan to review another Filipino horror movie that one of my viewers actually recommended to me, called Aurora. So I definitely wanted to check it out. So thank you so much for that recommendation, and that review is coming soon. And guys, I do have to apologize. I'm looking a little rough today, and it's, It's no big surprise. It's quarantine beard season. Anyways, guys, stay safe out there. Remember to wash your hands and, just follow the rules. Like, we're trying to save lives here, and hopefully everything is better in the world. And I will see you guys in the next movie review. Keep it groovy.